Visit to the City by Della Avamaga. It was a lovely sunrise in the village. Grandma Ola's rooster, Jomo, was crowing in her backyard.
Oh, Jomo, not again.
Lulu said to herself and turned in her little cozy bed.
Lulu, my dear, it's morning and you need to get out of bed,
Granny said. Lulu sat up and yawned. She lazily got out of her bed and walked to the bath sink to wash her face and brush her teeth. Grandma Ola was waiting for her.
Good morning, Grandma,
Lulu said.
Good morning, my dear.
Granny replied.
I have a surprise for you,
Granny added. Lulu was excited and couldn't wait to know what the surprise was about.
Go take your bath and I will tell you what it is,
Granny said. Lulu quickly took her bath and had breakfast. She put on a beautiful dress. She walked into the hall and saw Granny. Grandma Ola was dressed as well. Granny stared at her and with a big smile said,
Today we are going to the big city.
Lulu was happy she was going to the city at last. It was her first time and she felt so great. She had heard so much about the city and the beautiful things there from some friends in school. Lulu and Granny got to the bus stop to catch the city bus. They got there on time. They met a few people there waiting for the bus. Soon, the bus arrived. It was a big red bus. Lulu couldn't stop smiling. She held Granny's hand and together they got on the bus. Soon, the bus was on its way to the city. Lulu sat next to Granny by the window. There were lots of villages and forests on the way. Lulu kept looking out of the window. She asked Granny a lot of questions on their way. They got to the city and there they saw lots of people. It was a very big city with tall buildings with big shops in them. Everyone looked busy. There were a lot of cars and buses in the streets. The streets in the city looked very big. Granny took Lulu to a shop and bought some donuts and candy. Lulu loved the donuts very much. They tasted great. They also got something to drink because they were thirsty. Granny took Lulu to go see the city park. It had a fountain in the middle. They sat on a bench and rested for a while by an ice cream van. There were birds and butterflies at the park. There were lots of kids and families too. Everyone looked happy and kept smiling. This made Lulu feel good. Lulu asked Granny if they could visit the big city every day. Granny told her no because Lulu would have to be in school. She promised to take Lulu to visit the big city sometime soon. Lulu was happy to hear this. Next, they went to see the mayor's house. It was a very big house in the middle of the city. Granny told Lulu who the mayor was.
Maybe when I grow up, I will become a mayor,
Lulu said. Granny smiled and patted Lulu on her back. Soon, they were on their way back to the village. Lulu couldn't stop thinking about the big city and the new things she saw. She told Granny one day she would work and live in the city.
I'll bring you to stay with me,
Lulu said. She gave Granny a big hug and thanked her so much for taking her to the city. Soon, they were back home. She couldn't wait to go back to school so she could tell her friends about her visit to the big city.